What is going on, everybody? What is going on, the Catch fam? Hope everyone is doing phenomenal tonight. This beautiful Thursday night. You guys already know what time it is, baby. A live 2022 fantasy football mock draft with you guys, with our awesome, loyal subscriber base, with the Catch fam tonight. And we are rocking with a super flex style tonight, super flex format. So I'm super excited. We have not done a super flex mock draft so far this off season, so I'm super pumped to get into this one. Super pumped to hang out with you guys, as always. Talk some fantasy football, have a good time. So you guys know what to do. Hit that like button on the way in. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Go ahead and join the Catch fam. And let's hang out. Let's have a good time. Let's talk some fantasy. Let's talk some NFL. See what else we talk about tonight. Nonetheless, excited to be here. A little bit early tonight. A couple minutes early. So, draft is planned for 9 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll go in and we'll give everyone about another 10 minutes or so to hop in here. And if you're not in here yet, then we'll get some CPU picks until you do show up. So, let me know how you guys are doing. Hop in the live chat. Let me know what's going on, man. Let's have a great stream as usual. Ronald's in the building. What's going on, bro? What's up, my dude? Good to have you here tonight. I'm at that point in the week where I am, I'm cashed, so to speak. I am quite tired, but there's nothing like hanging out with you guys, talking some football. Aaron Reborn in the building. What's going on, man? What's up? Ronald, is this redraft? Yes. The only difference to this draft is that we're just doing 2 quarterback spots, super flex style, but not a dynasty draft or anything like that. Just standard, we usually go by PPR scoring format in terms of our rankings and everything. And just a regular redraft. So, Aaron Reborn, what's up, man? It's been a while. Justin, what's going on, man? What's going on? What up? All right, I'm going to go ahead and set the draft order so everyone knows where they're drafting from. Ooh, on the back end of the draft. Got Ronald right before me. Let's go. Justin says no Z's. Yeah. Hey, I'm good. I'm ready to draft. I'm ready to hang out. Ready to have a great stream. But, I'm at that point in the week. You know what I'm saying? So, we got a couple new drafters in here tonight. So, hopefully everyone makes it out. Like I said, I'll give it a good 10 minutes or so before we do start drafting. So, hop in the live chat. Let me know what's up, man. Let me know what's up. All right. Superflex. I got to think about some of these QBs, man. I did throw out a video this morning. Late round QBs to target going into next season. So that should be interesting. Thought I made some good selections there. Ronald, you were right before me half the rounds. That's true. I'm right. You're right before me, and then on the flip, I'm right before you. So we'll be stealing players from each other, theoretically, all night long. Derek, what's up, bro? What's up, man? Good to have you in here. What's going on, bro? RG3. Why is RG3 before Drew Lock in these rankings? And Alex Smith. Come on, man. Ooh, man. I feel like these QB rankings are pretty on point, though. It's going to be interesting to see how many QBs get selected overall in this draft. Justin says snipers. Uh-oh. Derek, QB can be a flex. So, super flex, really, I guess, just is describing the fact that the second QB is almost like a super flex. I don't know really where the name super flex comes from, but really in a super flex style format, right, you just have 2 QBs. I mean, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the way I've always understood it. So yeah, double QB as requested by Grail Collect. So if you guys ever have here in the off season, if you guys have draft recommendations, draft wishes? Hop in the Discord and let me know. We'll get it set up. Ronald, no Superflex because you can use a wide receiver running back there. Ooh, did I set it up wrong? Did I set it up wrong? Did we get asked for a Superflex or a double QB? We'll have to ask Grow Collect. Because now I don't remember. Yeah, you're right. It is. You're right. It totally is just a QB in the spot. But everyone plays QB there. That's true. Yeah, because obviously they get the most points. Well, I can change it real quick. Let me make sure that Grail Collect didn't ask for a 2 QB. I feel like I've just been calling. Here, let's see. I'm going back up. Yeah, it's he just asked for a double quarterback draft, and for some reason I called it a super flex. It's my dad brain working. I feel like I've always called double QB leagues also super flex leagues, but you guys are absolutely right. I'm wrong on that. So let's change the title. Live 2022 double QB fantasy football mock draft. I guess that works. Thanks, guys. All right, let's see. Okay, never did one of those. Have to see how I do. So yeah, basically it's just a double QB. My bad, guys. Superflex, 1 QB and 1 flex that can be anything. It will still work. Yeah, 100%. Smokey the Cat, what's up, bro? What's up? Good to see you in here. Justin says it entices people to pick more QBs. That's true. Either way, Superflex, double QB. More QBs off the board. So yeah, for some reason I was calling double QB a super flex. I got really excited about the phrase super flex. All right. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. Glad we have Ronald to set me straight. All right, I'm going to send another message in the Discord. Try and get everyone in here. If you guys are in the chat and you're ready to go, give me the thumbs up. Hop in the live chat, man. Got a couple new heads in here, so which is good. Happy to have you guys. Andrea's here. What is going on? What is going on? I know Derek's here, Ronald's here, I'm here, Smokey's here. I haven't seen Jerry yet. King Meh, not in here yet. I haven't seen Grail Collect. Our Pradio Dynasty or Casa de Butthole? Is that what that says? Per usual, if you're not here in the first 10 to 15 minutes, then you get CPU picks until you hop in. I'm excited for this, man. I've renamed Superflex drafts or I've renamed double QB drafts to Superflex. I'm glad we got that cleared up. We should do a Superflex draft soon, though. That'd be fun. That would be fun. I started watching the new Batman, guys. It is quite good. It is quite good. But I haven't finished it. I've only watched half of it. And I think next I'm going to force myself to watch the new Spider-Man because I'm so behind on my movies. But yeah, I started watching it last night and I really, really like it. I'm interested to see when the first QB goes. Smokey says he didn't like the new Batman movie. I don't hate you, man. To each their own. I haven't finished it, so it's got time for me to dislike it. You know, I liked the first half. I watched the first hour and a half. I liked it a lot. Too dark. Picture. It is kind of a dark movie. I did have to turn off all the lights. It is 3 hours long, Andrew. That is true. It is long. I don't mind a long movie, though. Especially if I can break it up over a day or two. 3 days if I need to. Jerry's in the building. We got a green dot for Jer. We'll go ahead. We'll kick off right at 9:10 tonight. Kick off right at 9:10. Since we hopped on about, 3 or 4 minutes early. I'm sipping on some tea. Trying to get me a boost. Trying to get my mind right. I've been making a lot of iced tea in the fridge. I don't know where else you'd make it, but yeah. I'm into my mixed iced teas. It's my jam right now. Yeah, I think I might be. I don't know when I'm going to target a QB. I don't. Dude, I can't believe I was calling double QB the same thing as Superflex. Because I had played in a Superflex league before. And you're right, everyone just plays a QB there. Ronald had a good 420. Let's go. Justin soaking the sun. Use your first 2 picks. I mean, that would be a strategy. Go out and get the 2 best QBs available. It would be interesting. I do feel like there's some late round QBs I like. All right, we got Grail Collect in the building. Good. That Grail, I was hoping I'd see your green dot, man, because I wanted to make sure you got you were in here and everything, man, because we got this set up for you. I didn't want you to miss out. I don't want you to miss your first round pick. Grail, in here. Appreciate you putting this one together. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Justin says you're at 9. Yeah, that is true. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. All right, guys, we got about 1 more minute. Make sure your fingers are ready. Make sure your mind is right. Make sure you are locked in, ready to go. Let's have a beautiful mock draft tonight. Appreciate you guys getting this put together, as always. Appreciate everything you guys do for the community, man, for the channel. So, get in the live chat. Let me know what's popping, man. Movies, music, food, football, fantasy football, NFL debate, whatever you guys want, man. It's Thursday night. It's my Friday. I'm off tomorrow, so let me know what's going on, man. Ronald's pumped to do a 10-man. 10-man is my jam. It is, man. There we go. It is 9:10. Ding, 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 ding. We are starting whether you are ready or not. Ooh, I gotta turn that sound off. What does this do? Oh my gosh. I could not stare at this. I could not. Is this what it looks like for most of you guys? I have to have that night mode on. Ronald, why don't we do like 20 bench spots, see how much we really know? Yeah, when I do those the underdog drafts, you don't have 20 bench spots, but you have 20 selections total. And it's dried up at that point. I mean, 20 selections total I'd be down to do. Like maybe 21, 22 at most, but yeah. Ronald, the white is not good. Yeah. Gotta have that nighttime on, man. I always have the nighttime setting on everything, man. That's for sure. All right. It does not look like our first 2 drafters are here, so why does it give people Dalvin Cook? Should I change this? Should I change this to JT? Nah, we'll just let the CPU do what it's going to do. Okay, JT is off the board, so that's all I care about. I just wonder why, because it doesn't even have Dalvin Cook ranked number 1. It's just weird, right? Huh. Maybe it does. Either way, it's weird. I feel like it has JT ranked number 1. All right, Eckler's off the board. JT's off the board. Dalvin Cook off the board. Whoa. QB's coming in early here. Receiver off the board and Adams. The CPU picks are kind of interesting because they're like super random. So it kind of keeps it enticing here. Uh-oh. Smokey says you're forcing me to go against what I thought I would do. Oh, goodness. Yeah, man. Super flex time. I mean, not super flex. Jeez. Double QB time. Let's get into it, guys. This should be fun. Should be fun, man. We got Herbert and Allen both off the board. And Grail Collect, hop in here, man, and talk to us. Let us know, since you play in a double QB league, you know, how realistic this is looking throughout the draft for you as well. Patty Mahomes is out of here. I'll take Burrow. Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson sitting there. Very intriguing, though. Smokey thought Allen would be gone by then. If he was, I would have gone a different route for sure. Yeah. Allen being available right there is pretty big. I like Herbert as QB1, though. I don't mind that at all. JJ's out of here. Cup's out of here. Jerry says, I'll get them late round QBs. Taking a running back. I think I'm still scarred from going 0 RB in last night's draft. Grail puts different value on QBs. If you could get 2 QB in this playstyle, you're good. How many QBs do you see drafted on average in your league? 3, 4, or 2? I don't know why I went in that order. 2, 3, or 4? Do you ever have someone who just drafts like 1 QB and 1 really bad QB and just plays like waiver wire throughout the year and loads up at other positions? Usually 5 to QB are picked, need at least 3. Yeah, I agree. Having 3 is definitely essential. Because second one goes down, what are you going to do? Go to, you know, Zach Wilson on the waiver wire or Taylor Heineke? Probably not. I like this combo of Mahomes and Murray. Jamar Chase is out of here. Gonna be an interesting mix tonight. Andrew, I have a hard time picking around 4 or 5. In general, are picking QBs in those rounds. 4 or 5 are fun rounds. No starting QBs will be on waivers. Yeah, I guess when I did do a super flex league, I remember one night. Oh my gosh, who got injured for the Niners? It had to have been Jimmy Garoppolo at the time, but like, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to remember what week or what game this was or anything. But I think Nick Mullins was supposed to be the starting QB, or he ended up being the starting QB. Whoever was supposed to be the starting QB for the Niners that night sat out and their third string started. And I remember I got the second stringer and my opponent picked up the third stringer before I could. And then I know second QB for the night. Yeah, you definitely don't want an injured QB, that's for sure. Super flex or double QB, I guess, right? CMC off the board. Lamar. Andreas is in general. I guess it kind of just depends on what strategy you're looking at. Oh, King Mez in here. What's up? What's up? You got JT. You need a QB. I guess. Well, there goes Chubster. So let's look here. We got Herbert, Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Murray, Lamar. Man, Kyler Murray. So we got QB 10, QB 15. Both those guys missed a little bit of time. Burrow's QB 7. Patty's QB 4. Allen's QB 1. Herbert's QB 2. So all top 15 guys, but it's like I said, Jackson and Murray missed some time, and they're just special, right? Oh, I'll go ahead and do CPU. Diggs and Hill are gone. Grail Collect. Once I went to QB, I haven't went back. It is a really interesting type, really interesting format. It's probably been 2 or 3 years since I've done it at this point. There goes Debo, Drama King of the Week, Drama Queen. It's so interesting to see where all these skill position players go. Charlie, what's up, bro? What's up? What's going on, man? JJ or Tyreek in Dynasty PPR would trade Aaron Jones for them. I would personally pick up JJ, still more youthful, a little bit more consistent. You know what you're going to get out of him in that offense, although we don't know how long Kirk Cousins is going to be there. But overall, I mean, just a lot more consistency out of JJ. I mean, I'm really high on JJ personally. I mean, I love Tyreek Hill, don't get me wrong, but in Dynasty, I would definitely go with Justin Jefferson. I mean, just what he's done over his first 2 years, just ridiculous, right? At least 1,400 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, 88 receptions, right? I mean, I would go JJ 100%. But let me know where your headspace is at and everything, man. But for me, it's definitely JJ. Justin says JJ 100%. Yeah, I agree. I concur. It's a good question, Justin. Is it PPR, half, or standard? That is a good question. Charlie says standard. Would Aaron Jones in a second or first be overpaying for him? If you can get Aaron Jones in a second, I think that's a steal, man. I think that's a really, really good value. A really good value. Who do I want to draft? I'll take another running back. Yeah, if you can go Aaron Jones in a second for JJ, I like that. Yeah, Aaron Jones in a second for JJ, I think, is a really good value. A first, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not worth it, but if he can swing by Jones in a second, I like that a lot more. Now you can get Jones in a first for JJ in like a 5th rounder, then that kind of makes it a little bit better. But overall, I mean, Ronald says he did Jones in a first without blinking. Like I don't really disagree with that. But all I'm saying is, if he can slide in that second rounder, that ain't bad. Mark Andrews is out of here, man. I will say that, I mean, JJ probably offers more value in PPR, don't get me wrong. But overall, I think JJ's arguably, he definitely has the potential to be wide receiver 1 next season. What was he last year? Wide receiver 3? 4. Okay, 4. That's right. Debo's in front of him. And Adams, right? Was it Debo and Adams? Yeah. Fact check. Yeah, we're good. Hello, Prey. What's up, bro? AJ and second, see if they bite. I agree. You like the JJ side more? I do. Charlie, I got a question about the Sleeper platform, if anyone's familiar. We were drafting on Sleeper. So, yeah, and we played in Sleeper last year. What's up, man? What's up? Dynasty wide receiver is more valuable than redraft. It's true. What's up, Prey? What's up, brother? Jones is off his rookie contract for RB. Yeah, I would go for JJ all day. But like I said, I agree. If you can slide in that second rounder over that first, I like that move a little bit more. Ronald very high on JJ as well. I actually don't really disagree. Like 1.1 and Jones for JJ, I agree. I love Justin Jefferson, man. I really do. So I'm not against that at all. At all. Not at all. Okay, an interesting draft. Very interesting. We got 3 tight ends taken. Derek took Kelsey off the board. Then we saw Mark Andrews taken by Jerry. And then Kittle's off the board as well. I was really close to going Kittle over Jalen Hurts, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to get my QB2 there, who I really wanted as my QB2. So feel pretty good about the running back spot. Feel good about the QB spot moving forward. My receivers are very, very, very weak, though, considering I have 0. Charlie, 1.1 means first overall. Correct. Yes, yes. Anyone got a good excuse to not go to the dance with a girl? Ronald says, you broke your pinky toe nail and it hurts to shuffle sideways. That's a pretty good excuse if I've ever heard one, man. It goes Connor. I think Andrea's team's looking pretty good. I don't know why it's just giving Pradio wide receivers. Some interesting teams forming here. We got a 4 RB team and a 4 receiver team. Ronald says, yeah, just say you're sick. That's a good point, too. Waller's off the board. I have no idea what I'm going to do with my next 2 picks. I really don't. Guess I should look at players who are available. Yikes. All right, Charlie, my question is, if it's a dynasty league and I'm trading draft picks, it's not like a redraft, right? Those picks are for the rookie draft of that year. I'm new to dynasty. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Andrew, I agree. There are a lot of wide receivers. Very deep. I agree. Ronald, a 3rd-round pick has 0 value. Second only a sum. It's all about the first. Yes, yes. I had to think about exactly what you're asking there, but yes, 100%. Picks for rookies. Yep. Yep. So I was saying you can slide in that 2nd-round pick, man. It's going to hold a lot more value for you. A lot more value. All right, where are we at here? Top of the 5th round, we got Cam Akers, Darren Waller, and T. Higgins off the board. I got to start looking at who's hanging around. Getting some interesting selections coming up. Jacobs out of here. I don't have any receivers. That's probably not good. You do need receivers on your team, right? Still got some nice QBs hanging around. Oh, I'll do this pick. My bad, guys. Why is it only giving him receivers? Let's see here. Slim Pickens says Grail Collect on the blank. You have JJ on the team. That's value for 8 to 10 years. That is something I agree with. Oh goodness, I'm on the board. I'm on the board. I'm on the board. Ooh, there's some players I like here. This is tough. A lot of direction I could go here. This is tough. This is tough. There's quarterbacks, receivers, tight ends, and running backs that I like. I don't know why I made that pick. Got a third running back. Why not? I don't know why I made that pick. Let's see here. Tells me not to take QB so early, but I'm burnt. My bro went 3 QBs last year, so I'm seeing what a QB with first pick leaves me. Okay. It's a good way to use that, tonight's mock draft. Makes you think, huh? It does. Always sleeping on the tight end. Yeah. A lot of positions I like here. Grail, best player available. I kind of agree. Drafted Russell Wilson and Stafford in Dynasty. Do I trade Russ or Stafford? Thinking Russ has more value because of hype. What do you think I could get back for either? It's in terms of Dynasty, I think Stafford's got less time on his career than Russell Wilson. You're probably right that you can get better value out of Russell Wilson looking at, like you're saying, overall hype. But Stafford's got some hype right now coming off the Super Bowl run as well. And a decent fantasy season overall last season, right? I mean, overall, still QB5 last year. So I would personally shop Stafford first and see what you could get. Charlie, do you like Dawson Knox with O.J. Howard on the Bills? I do personally. I mean, O.J. Howard had like 130 receiving yards and 1 touchdown last season, so I do personally. Yeah, I still like Knox. But I will say, if you draft Knox with that injury concern last season, you might want to go out and look at a tight end too as well. But I do, yeah. I do. I mean, I like the addition of O.J. Howard to that offense. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see any problem with Dawson Knox personally. Him and Josh Allen have very, very nice chemistry, especially in the red zone. Justin, I like Knox, high-powered offense. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? Like, you did see at times last season with the Bills that it was just tough because there's so much depth on that team, right? Like, you never knew who was going to ball out. It's an interesting draft. Okay, I think Jerry's doing something, so I'll give him a CPU pick. A good pick, too. Got Monty. Ooh, give me Kyle Pitts. Give me a tight end. Top 5 rookie wide receivers and running backs. I would ask Steven. He's going to be far more knowledgeable than I will be. I believe Steven's going to be putting out a video or two on that topic this week. He did do a top player at each position. Pitts, yeah. Took the pit master. In terms of rookie receivers, I mean, I wonder if I can. Oh, look, I can change it to rookies only. I like Chris Olave a lot. I do, but Garrett Wilson, Drake London, probably going to be monsters. Jameson Williams. A lot of people like Jahan Dotson. Sky Moore's got some buzz going as well. David Bell. But Steven will be able to give you much, much more, but more in-depth overview and break down everything. Obviously, Breece Hall is probably your RB1, but Kenneth Walker, Spiller. A lot of people like James Cook as well, Kyron Williams as well. So we'll see, man. I like, for me, when we're looking at rookies, right? Obviously, a big part of their value comes on when we actually know what team they're drafted to, right? And what other players at that position, what other players on that team exist at that position, I should say. I wonder if Pradio like set a queue, because it's only giving him receivers. I wonder if that's what happened here. I feel like running backs this season or this year, rookie running backs are a little bit thinner overall. Dude's hoarding all the wide receivers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that he may have set a queue. I'm not sure, though. But it did. If it goes through this whole thing, just giving receivers, that's kind of awesome. All receiver team. Could you imagine drafting an all receiver team? We like Baltimore and Chargers D this year. I have both. I like the Chargers defense this year a whole lot. Yeah. A whole lot. Baltimore is one of those interesting like organizations defensively that they can always kind of ball out, but they really didn't play that well last season. Especially, I mean, they had some injuries in the secondary, of course, but they didn't have a great season last year. 27th overall in fantasy. I mean, they only had double-digit fantasy performances 5 times, right? But Denver, not great offensively, especially the QB position. Chargers, kind of surprising. They played well that game. Chicago, not great at the QB position. Cleveland, not great at the QB position. The Rams, though, that was an interesting game. Yeah, they played well against the Rams, but they did not have a great year defensively. I like the Chargers a lot more. A lot more. Let's see. Ronald, wide receivers, yeah, not a QB running back here. Yeah, it's really like receiver, interior, exterior, lineman, linebacker, safeties, corners. Like, well, I guess I literally just listed everything but QBs and running backs. You're fine on defense. Chargers made some nice improvements in offseason. Yeah, I really like the way the Chargers defense is looking. I do. I do. All right, into the 7th round. 6th round, we saw Monty, Kyle Pitts, Godwin, Thomas, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Scary Terry, Russell Wilson, Cooper, and Deontay Johnson off the board. Top of the 7th, we got J.K. Dobbins, Jerry Jeudy, DJ Moore. Now Grail Collect on the board. Sutton, Mooney are my wide receiver 1 and 2 in Dynasty thoughts. I don't hate either of those players being your 1 and 2, depending on how the rest of your roster looks. I mean, I like Mooney a lot as a wide receiver 2 in Dynasty formats for sure. Sutton, I think, will have a good year as well. I like Sutton more personally than I like Judy. Oh, look, I gave him a tight end. Mooney tied to the Bears. ... So, yeah. Listen, I'm not extremely bullish on the fact that he plays for Chicago. Justin Fields hasn't had a lot given to him in terms of being able to improve, but at the same time, I do like him as a true wide receiver 1 on that team. And the nice thing between Justin Fields and Mooney is that they have very good overall chemistry together as well. Oh, man. I'm going to take Brandon Cooks here. Not crazy about, but I know Jerry told me on Discord he's going to dip out early. So it looks like that's what happened. I almost took Prescott over Kyle Pitts. I'm not going to lie. Oops. Take Hunter Renfrow here. Let's see. Good players I try to pick up value veterans, says Ronald. I had playoff Lenny, Eckler, Monty, Aaron Jones, and Mixon. Nice running back group. Knox and Goodert. Picked up Jameson Crowder. This is all the same thing I've been talking about, and Chris Carson. The running back room looks really strong. Leonard Fournette, Eckler, Monty, Jones, and Mixon. Yeah, I would not move off of any of those running backs, like regardless of scoring format. I would keep that group together as long as you can. Addition of Jameson Crowder could be nice. You never know what the Bills are going to do. They're going to spread around that wealth a little bit. Ooh, Dawson Knox off the board. I feel like this was definitely a Q set. Started with receivers and tight ends. So yeah, Charlie, are those the only 2 receivers you have on your team though? Sutton, Mooney, and then Jameson Crowder. Yeah, I would still trade. I did, especially with that running back room. I would 100 with that running back room. I would trade Aaron Jones and a first rounder for Justin Jefferson and not worry about it at all. Now, don't get me wrong. If you can still get Aaron Jones and a second rounder out for Justin Jefferson, 1,000% do it, because then he can go out and draft a receiver in the first round this year. But at the same time, if you have to give up a first with Aaron Jones, I would not feel bad about it. With that running back room, 2 solid tight ends, and you do, obviously your team needs to improve at the receiver position more than anything. But once again, always offer the least amount of value in a trade first, and then move up to, the highest amount of value that you're willing to give up, right? But also keep in mind, you can get probably more than likely be able to get a receiver who can be serviceable to you in the future as well, if you can keep that first round pick as well. Sutton, Mooney, Crowder, then a bunch of upside guys: AJ Green, Campbell, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Chenault, Patrick, Curtis Samuel. I would definitely hold on to Tim Patrick. I would not let Tim Patrick go anywhere anytime soon. Deep league, I like it, man. Justin agreed. Don't let them know how bad you want them. Yeah. Always go, like I said, offer the worst value possible first. If you can come out of that trade giving up Aaron Jones in the second rounder for Justin Jefferson, I mean, I don't know what the other guy's thinking, but that's okay. No offense if he's your friend, man. I think your team will actually be looking pretty damn solid, too. AJ Green's not an upside guy. He used to be. He used to be one of the best receivers in the league. Remember those days? Carter could be good value this year, I agree. I think for Kyler Murray's targets, I think Rondale Moore has got a good shot to step up this year. I get what you're saying. I mean, Green should get some work, but he really didn't step up last year. But I guess Kirk was there. I mean, Kirk had a decent year last year. But yeah, he's still at 848 receiving yards, 54 receptions, 3 touchdowns. But crazy how quickly a player can shift. Traded Eckler and Lockett for my guy Najee a couple weeks ago. Now I'm kind of regretting it. Well, I don't mind moving off of Lockett. Najee a little bit more youthful, but Eckler's a freaking monster. Thoughts on Curtis Samuel? I'm not very bullish on Curtis Samuel at all, honestly. Yeah, I'm really not. I want to be, man. But I'm just not. He played okay in 2020. Played good in 2019. You know what he's capable of, a hybrid type player, but I just feel like Washington's going to misuse him. I really do. I really, really do. May have passed his injury threshold. That might be true. Be usable if he plays. I agree. Always liked him in his skill set, just hasn't worked out. Dude is always hurt. Yeah, I think it's two things right now. He has that injury, consistent injury threshold looming over him, like Ronald's saying, but also I just think Washington's going to misuse him, bro. Terry gets traded, goes up a good bit. That's true. I feel like Terry's going to get re-signed, personally. Who knows, man? This receiver offseason's just been crazy. Who knows? I wouldn't put it past Washington. What pass catchers do we like with Matt Ryan and the Colts? Well, really the only guy there is Michael Pittman, who I like a lot. I really do. But then I think they're going to be relying on that run game. And they have to guard and draft a receiver. This receiver room is one of the worst in the National Football League. Michael Pittman's a great wide receiver, one. But if this is what the current lineup's going to be, sure, you can argue that a lot of defenses are going to have to stack the box and X out Jonathan Taylor, even Naheem Hines. Naheem Hines is your second best receiver on this team right now. I mean, no offense to Mo Alley Cox, who I think is a good tight end as well. But he's a little bit more usable in the red zone. But all I had to say is Michael Pittman, they got to go out and they got to draft some receivers, man. I don't know what the hell they're going to do. Kimmel and DPG are wild card, but good to have in Dynasty. Dynasty, baby. All right, let's see. I'll take Mike Williams here. Why not? I use a dog with Wentz throwing to him. They sign deals like Kirk. You can ship them. That's true. It's been a fun draft. It's a little crazy in here. I almost went Mooney over Williams, but I decided to go for a little bit more upside. Try and get some of these 22, 33, 36 point games in my lineup, and hopefully none of these 2 and 4 point games. Starting to see some of those sophomore QBs go. Trey Lance, T. Law, Justin Fields. QBs are getting a little bit thin. Skill positions a little bit more deep than usual. It's interesting in here. Ayuka's the deal to draft if Debo goes. I agree. I agree. I mean, he's going to have to step up and play like a wide receiver 1. Really don't have anyone else here who I think can step up. Obviously, obviously Kittle's there, right? And Mitchell's going to get the rock like crazy. The run game's going to stay very, very active. All these running backs are capable of playing in some capacity within this offense. Trey Lance going to offer running upside as well. Could be a really interesting offense still. Very Kyle Shanahan-esque offense, but a very different offense if Debo's not in the picture, which it does not look like he's going to be. So we'll see. I mean, even if he's on the team, doesn't look like he's going to be playing. Who knows? Who the hell knows, man? So I agree. I think by the time we're doing much more serious mock drafts in terms of the season is just around the corner, August, July, all that, right? Ayuk is going to be much, much higher on draft boards because he was pretty damn high last season as well, coming off of that really nice rookie season. Ayuk, good pick with the Debo drama. Any specific wide receiver 2s, 3s, or tight ends we like this year with all the roster moves and QB trades? Yeah, I am going to do a couple videos probably next week on wide receiver 2s, wide receiver 3s, that I specifically like. There are plenty that I like. There are. I mean, I did release a video this past week, late round wide receivers to add to your draft boards. There are a couple on there that I like, but we've already seen a couple. I still really like Adam Thielen personally. Started last year off on a very, very good pace. I like Hunter Renfrow a lot, even with Devontae Adams coming to that offense. Don't mind him at all. I love T. Higgins. Gets taken pretty early in drafts. Justin Sane, Sutton, Gallup. I like both those guys a lot as well. I mean, Godwin's a wide receiver too, but I don't think that's really the question you're asking. I think you're asking for deeper players overall. I mean, I like Rashad Bateman. I don't think Christian Kirk's a bad move. Russell Gage is more a wide receiver 3, but I like him. Tim Patrick I like, even though he's a wide receiver 3 as well. I think Braxton Berrios is an interesting pick as well. So, in terms of tight ends, though, you asked with all the roster moves. I don't really feel like any of these guys were affected by roster moves, except for Albert O. A lot of people are really bullish on Albert O, who I'm never going to try to pronounce his last name, but I don't mind Noah Fant as well. Like, I really don't. As a late round guy that you can go after. Tanyan's kind of interesting if you really have to take a flyer. Really disappointing last season and hurt, but at the same time had a very, very good year in 2020, and Adams is out of the picture. Gerald Everett's another guy on a new team who could be pretty dynamic as well. At least 400 receiving yards the last 3 years. Had a better overall year with Seattle in terms of touchdowns, but still a lot of risk there. Still a lot of risk. Justin says Irv Smith. Irv Smith, not a bad option either. A lot of people really bullish on his upside as well. I'm not crazy about Irv Smith personally. I'm just not there. But we have seen in the past some of those, big games as well from a fantasy standpoint. Mainly in 2020. But he was always kind of one of those pass-catching guys while Kyle Rudolph was still in the picture. I mean, off of 30 receptions in 2020, 365 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. Not bad numbers at all. So I do think that he could easily be implemented within that offense. I totally understand why people like him as a late round tight end. The logic does make sense. Maybe more logic than you could argue some of the guys that I've put as late round tight end targets. There goes Madison. Charlie, word up. I hope that was helpful, man. And stay posted, guys. We have a lot more actual uploads being released throughout the week as well. And might help answer some questions like that as well. Going to take Hollywood Brown off the board. Wow, I think Jerry just got 2 pretty damn good running backs. Give me Kirk Cousins. You like that, Kirk Cousins? I had the 1.2 pick this year. Ship that off with Jones for JJ. I don't mind that trade, but try with the second round pick first. I would try with the second round pick first. But if you do end up trading Jones in 1.2 for JJ, I don't personally think that's too much. I don't. I think I'm going to do a true... I don't know. I'm just going to add players to my draft. I don't know. I mean, to my queue. Yeah, I do agree it's fine with that running back room. Tried it the second and 30. Want to do a second and Jones for Tyreek. Okay. I don't think it's too much to give up, personally. I don't. Yeah. I think if you have to pull the trigger, then go for it, man. Wow, I haven't looked at running backs in a couple of rounds. I got really worried about my receivers. I think I'm sold out at running back. That's okay. JJ's worth 3 first rounders. Aaron Jones is not worth 2. I can agree with that as well, Ronald. I can. Dude, I think Pradio had to have set a queue. Because it just gave him receivers tight ends. Yeah, I think I agree with Ronald, man. And your running back room is so loaded. And don't get me wrong, you could probably get a very serviceable receiver with that second overall pick, but you're also, especially dependent on when your actual draft is, if you don't know what teams those players are going to be on and everything, you know exactly what you're going to get out of Justin Jefferson. And I don't even think it matters in a year or two if Kirk Cousins isn't there. You know exactly what you're getting out of JJ. So I would be good from a value standpoint if I traded 1 and 3 or 1 and 2 with Jones for JJ if I have to. 1 and 3 for sure. Ronald's saying as well. I would try to keep the second. I agree. At that point, if you're throwing our draft is after NFL draft, we voted on it. Okay, that's good too. If you're going to throw out 1 and 2 and Aaron Jones, at that point, for me personally, I would be asking for JJ and a draft pick. Like, it doesn't have to be if rounds 1 through 3, but like a 4th or 5th rounder in there as well. Just try and get something back for that third part of the trade. Don't get me wrong, JJ is probably worth it, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I would try and get a little bit more value out of that. All right, this draft got interesting. A couple people dip out, but that's all good. It's all gravy. Still having a good time. Still talking some great fantasy. Charlie coming through with all kinds of great dynasty questions. Appreciate all you guys being here. Charlie, good advice, guys. Appreciate it. We'll be back 1,000%, bro. Appreciate you being here, man. It's still fun to draft this style as well. Even though I kept calling it Superflex. I feel like my team turned out okay. Burrow, Hurts, Cousins, Henry, Fournette, Jones, Kyle Pitts. Receiver, definitely pretty weak. Maybe I should have gone. I mean, I was going to go wide receiver 1 over Jones. Almost took one over Hurts as well. But Cooks, Renfro, Thielen, Williams, Brown. 2 of those guys got to step up, right? Hopefully. Andrew, I think your team turned out pretty good too. Eckler, Connor, Pollard, Dillon, Mostart, Jackson, Wilson, Debo, Higgins, Moore, Galladay. I like that team as well. Would you rank my running backs? Mixon, Eckler, Linney, Montgomery, Carson, Jones. I love all those running backs except for Carson. But if you asked me a year ago, I mean, of course I would still have Carson in that conversation. So maybe I'm being unfair. I mean, he's got an opportunity to come back and play very well. This coming season, I would have Mixon, Eckler, and if you have a flex, Leonard Fournette. Like, I would have those 3 guys playing at all times. Then I would keep Montgomery as well, 1,000%. That's great depth. Carson, I wouldn't mind holding on to, but he's probably getting to the end of the road there. But who knows? Like I said, he might surprise us. He might surprise us. Justin says Eckler, Mixon, and Linney. Monty for bye weeks. That's a good point, too. Basically, Superflex, 2 QBs league since 2 QBs score the most. That's true. That's true. But it's good that we clarified. No? Yeah, I think your team looks all right, Charlie, especially if you make this trade go through. All right, boys and girls, here we are. 15th round. It's actually the longest draft we've done together. Tim Patrick off the board in the 15th round. Usually we just have 14 rounds, but since we added the extra spot, came to 15. At first I was like, do I need to take a bench spot off? And I was like, I guess I'll leave it because most people are going to want that extra spot for a potential third QB anyway. So I left it. Matty Ice off the board. I like that pick there. I'll take a kicker. Why not? I do 15 minimum, prefer 20. 15 minimum, excuse me. Anthony, what's up, bro? What's up? 10 man is my jam, says Ronald. Anthony, why does this draft look so weird? Double QB draft. Double QB draft. Not a super flex draft. Double QB draft. And we had a couple homies bounce out of here. And I think Pradio had a Q set, and it was just receivers and tight ends. I don't know. But it was a fun draft nonetheless, and some good practice. Can you go over my team never did a 2 QB? For sure, I got you, bro. Let's see, Derek. Okay. Najee, Javonte, then Travis Kelce. So went out and got 2 Studley RB1s, right? Najee, not always fallen to the 7th, but he has in regular formats as well. Javonte, in more recent weeks, has not been really coming out of the first. If he has, is at the end. In a 10-man league, he might come out of the first, though. But nonetheless, overall value, 2 very good running backs. Able to snag up Patterson later on, which I really like. I was actually, at that point in the draft, starting to look at Patterson, but I had to go receiver. I was hoping maybe he could fall out to the 9th, though. But Penny and Gordon, 2 potential RB1s, or at least Gordon and RB2 can give you some pretty good value overall. So the running back room looks very solid. But the point being is that you went out and you got 2 running backs at tight end. You're still able to go out and secure Stafford and Brady, who are both top 5 QBs last season. Of course, they're both, semi-elderly and everything, but I don't have a problem with both those guys, right? And then Matt Ryan at the end of the draft, also a little bit elderly, but I still like that quarterback room overall. Looking at the receivers, Michael Thomas, who I'm not crazy about, but could easily be a very consistent wide receiver 1 next season. You got Pittman, Devonta Smith, Mooney, and Gallup. I like this receiver room a lot, and I like this team overall. Got the Chargers defense as well sprinkled in there. So it's a good-looking team. Yeah, I got no beef with this team at all, man. It's a good draft, man. All right, let's see. Justin says, I like it B+. Vikings D will be great. 14-round pick after switching defenses. They could step up, bro. Wait, they got picked here in the 15th. Yeah. Where did they fit? I mean, top 12 last season. They're always, I feel like, one of those teams that has some really good games from a fantasy standpoint, then has some bad games. Yeah, they're kind of all over the place. Defenses were pretty bad last season from a fantasy standpoint. Thank you, of course, bro, of course. Smokey, good times, of course, bro, of course. That's what we do here, man. That's what we do. Yeah, this was fun. A little shaky. A couple homies couldn't make it. Some people would leave early. I don't know what happened to Pradio, but he's got a team of receivers and tight ends and a kicker. So, it's an interesting strategy. I don't think that would have really happened, but it did kind of hurt the rest of us in terms of receivers, especially me, who went only drafted receivers late. So that was actually kind of funny in my sense. Anthony, sorry I missed a lot of Stream My people over. It's all good, bro. It's all good, my dude. Ronald, of course, will crush us. We know this. We know this. Justin likes Ronald's team as well. Mahomes and Murray would be a pretty lethal duo there. Lawrence and Willis in there too. Swift, Gibson, Singletary, Stevenson, Jones. A lot of good running back value throughout this draft, Ronald. Kittle. We kind of both went receiver late. You went around just before me. I was like less than an inch away taking Godwin over Pitts, so that was actually interesting. But Godwin, Sutton, Ayuk, Woods, Parker. Good receiver value throughout the draft as well, man. So yeah, a good team for sure. Everyone who drafted all the way through tonight, I think, had a good team. I like how Andrew's team turned out. Smokey's team, you got Allen, Lance, Fields, Jamar Chase, Brown, Evans, Hardman, Patrick. Lots of good receiver value throughout the draft. Elliott Hall, Carter, Madison, Spiller, Hawkinson. Running back's probably the weakest part of that team, but if Hall steps up and is what we think he's going to be, and Carter, good value there. Spiller's interesting as well. The Madison, a great handcuff, but still a good team. 100%. Yeah, everyone did good tonight. Who's a better fantasy pick, Burrow or Lamar? Burrow for consistency, Lamar for upside. Let's not forget what Lamar did a season ago, right? I mean, just an absolute monster. More upside in Lamar for sure. And really played fantastic last season. Still a top 15 QB, don't get me wrong. Even with missing those couple games. I'm just personally scarred by Lamar Jackson because he was my QB last season. But really, he threw for less passing touchdowns but more passing yards. And only rushed for 300 less yards, but 5 less rushing touchdowns. Overall, Lamar Jackson is probably a better fantasy quarterback, but I think that Joe Burrow is going to be a little bit more consistent and maybe a little bit more reliable. But there's a very, very strong chance that Lamar Jackson comes back fully healthy this season and absolutely balls out. So, we'll see. In the double QB league, I'd love to stack those two guys together, man. Burrow and Lamar. Could have done it tonight, but I went with Derrick Henry instead. All right, boys and girls. Appreciate you guys getting this put together as usual. Appreciate you guys, man. Everything you guys do for the community, for the channel. Had a blast tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, drafting, talking fantasy football. Like I said, a couple of you guys had to bounce early. A couple of you guys couldn't make it. Pradio had a receiver and tight end team with Daniel Carlson, but still a good draft overall. Still had fun as always. So let's see. Today is Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday. I don't know what the stream is going to be tomorrow, but we will be streaming tomorrow night as well. I've got some family in town and everything, so I don't know exactly what time I'll be on, but I will be on tomorrow night at some point. I'll be on Saturday night as well. Sunday night up in the air. I might start taking some Sundays off just to give myself a break. But like you guys have seen, we're having a lot more uploads and a lot more videos coming out for the channel as well on fantasy content. So we'll probably have some sort of content out Sunday if I don't stream, but there's a good chance that I just hop on for an hour or so and maybe do an underdog draft and hang out with you guys or something like that. So definitely have a lot of content planned. So Anthony, what's your favorite team? Where do you think Debo's going? I mean, personally, I have to root for Washington, but they're just so awful that I just kind of root for Denver and Indianapolis, anywhere Peyton Manning used to play, because that's who I grew up rooting for. So I'm just a mess when it comes to what team do I root for. Debo, I think there's a strong chance he goes to the Jets, but I've heard just about every scenario, and it could be anywhere, man. I feel like this is one of those trades where he's going to go to an unexpected team, kind of like Tyreek Hill at the Dolphins. Andrea, I love it. I will look for you 100%. Ronald, Death Burrow and Dynasty, but redraft to think Lamar. Yeah, like I said, I think Lamar's probably the better fantasy QB. Burrow, maybe a little bit more consistency, right? But consistency doesn't always offer upside. Let's see. It can't be Washington. They would just keep Terry. It's Jets because Jets will pay the most. Yeah, and they had the most draft capital, you know. Yeah, like Justin says, Ronald, Jets got the money and capital, 100%. All right, guys. We'll go ahead and wind things down here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Go ahead and join the Catch fam. Hit that subscribe button down below, baby. Hit that like button on your guys' way out. Make sure you guys have joined the Discord channel as well. Link is in the description down below. Completely free to join. Best way to get the invites to these mock drafts. I'm trying to only send out the invites on Discord. I know we sent some in the chat last night as well, but I don't think I'll be posting them anymore, and I'm trying not to post them in YouTube chats as much. It just helps kind of keep people who are going to show up on time and people who I know we can trust basically coming out to the mock drafts, which last week we had some trolls and everything, so that's really what I'm trying to avoid. But that's the only reason. So make sure you guys are in the Discord, and of course you guys can double your first deposit up to $100 through Underdog Fantasy with code TheCatch, promo code also down below. Justin joining now. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Yeah, man. Had fun hanging out with you guys tonight, as always. You guys know what to do, man. Everyone have a safe rest of your week. Everyone have a safe Friday tomorrow if I don't talk to you guys. But I will be on tomorrow night at some point, so keep a lookout. I'll post on Discord when I'm hopping on as well. And keep a lookout for some uploads as well. I should have an upload up in the morning. Ronald hitting us with some beautiful song lyrics to end the stream. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. And I would fly higher than an eagle because you were the wind beneath my wings. That's the perfect way to end this stream. Andrew, have a good night. You as well. Love you guys, man. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do for the channel, for the community. And we'll go and sign off. Got nothing else to say, but thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on The Catch. And peace.